Hi, if you are new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching my One Piece Chill channel, welcome back. Today we are going to read the newest chapter of One Piece. It's number 1123, so of course, spoiler alert if you're not up to date with manga. Let's see what this chapter has. Let's go. It's called The Void Fortnight. Interesting. Oh, and we have a cute cover page. Onichel, Yamata and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 11. Enemies forced to share Odin. Oh man, that is so cute. I mean, I'm not a huge lover of kids in general, but I mean, we can all agree, right, that this cover page looks adorable. I mean, these are just random kids that we don't know, and everyone is eating Odin, which is cool. I love it. It's a really cute cover page. Let's see the chapter itself. So, the aftermath of Haki. Egghead Island. Respond. What's your status? Yeah, and we kind of got the info that it was basically Joy Boy's Haki. So this page is to show us just how strong it was, because we can see marine ships just in the stillness, everyone knocked out, even the higher ups also knocked out. Only the seraphims we can see in bubbles, still okay. Might be the nature of seraphims, might be the help of the bubbles. Wake up, you guys, the Straw Hats are escaping. Yeah, but even, I don't remember, they were like captains or something like that. Yeah, these higher up marines, they are all out cold. So just shows, obviously, all the fort always loses it when we have someone's conqueror's Haki. But in this case, I think it's showing that just how strong Joy Boy's Haki is. Was. I'm not sure which word to use here. Wow, all of them are down. Seriously, that's amazing. That was greater than Red has, but it didn't seem hostile, did it? So that's very interesting. So Giants noticed that, this is even stronger than Shanks' Haki. So we even get the comparison in words. We know just how strong Shanks is right now, and this has even more impact than his Conqueror's Haki. But the interesting point is that it didn't seem hostile. So also, this is the friendly Haki for them, as you write, Joy Boys, so it only affected, so to say, Joy Boys' enemies, their enemies. It didn't affect people who would be Joy Boys' friends, would be on Joy Boys' side, which is also a very interesting note here. Haha, Luffy laughs. Thanks for everything, Iron Giant. Gosh! But that is so sad. He's like laughing and thanking him, and we can see in the frames Iron Giant literally like dying there in the flames and in the smoke. That is so sad. Holy shit. I'm saying this is so sad and laughing myself, like, but dang it. And we have a double page next. Alrighty, let's go while they're sleeping. We're getting out of here. Gaba ba ba ba. Hey, you heard the captains. Let's go, you bastards. We are off. Oh gosh, to Elbaf. Yeah. Oh, and we have a very nice frame where we can see again the giant ship. It looks very pretty, and Sunny is here by its side. But we can also see the damage on the ship. There's even a huge like crack on the left, so you can see like we are not leaving here completely unscathed, right? And the sails are also kind of dirty, so you can see the damage done to the ship here, but it still looks so majestic, and it's not that much damage. It will be easily repaired. Then this is just like a page of view. It is finally over. We can relax, we can breathe out. Everyone's celebrating or sleeping or laughing, relaxing, smiling. Did I say that before? Luffy has now gone back to his regular form, regular look, and he's super tired as usual. We see his face is looking very old, and Nami is being worried about him. Meanwhile, Sanji goes to check on Vegapunk, and it's interesting how the face of Vegapunk here, like on Vegapunk himself, on Stella, right, is covered in darkness. That's a very, like the very last frame on this page looks pretty ominous. Let's see what he's saying. Vegapunk, what you said earlier isn't sitting right with me. Was this all some sort of gotcha moment for you? Hey now, I couldn't follow everything you were saying, but it was pretty outrageous. Wasn't it? I assume this is an interesting moment. We'll see what's on the next page, but the way it's being set up, his face is in darkness. I can guess that maybe he did survive. Maybe he's okay, because Sanji's like posing a question as if Vegapunk can answer him. And Vegapunk's face, we can see it, so maybe his eyes are open. Let's check. No, now we have... Okay, we'll see. It could also be that he is dead, but I would think that if we went through all this trouble in the story to get him with us, to save him, we have him here, I would expect him to survive, to be honest. But at the same time, I feel like for the whole mystery of One Piece, after everything that he said, it would be kind of perfect for the story if he stays dead with all that knowledge that he has, and we don't get any more clarification. We can't ask him any more clarification. Though it could happen even if he does survive. He would be like, well, it's for you to find out for yourself. So yeah, that could go both ways. But here we have a flashback. Egghead. 2 weeks prior, not very long ago, there are some anomalous readings coming from the power station. You can say that again. Monitor for any fluctuations in particle density and neutral flux. I'll pretend like I understood what they are saying. The energy used by the Seraphim is meant to gradually increase over time. This should be a grave error if we miscalculated. So Stella with his satellites are here discussing. No, that's only 3 of them there though. Vegapunk and 2 of his satellites. Wait, aren't these numbers different from our earlier confirmed readings? This could be a grave error if we miscalculated. What they're talking about? Yes, and the rate of reaction is increasing too, but the power station seems stable. This data seems to indicate that someone has tampered with the mother flame to steal its energy. Every single data point related to the power station has been carefully modified. To pull this off, the culprit has to be a Vegapunk. Was it Lilith? No, it wasn't. Wrong choice. Wrong guess. I'm afraid the 3 of us are the only ones with ironclad alibis. An insane amount of energy was stolen. So we have to observe the other 4 to determine who's responsible, especially Lilith. Why Lilith though? Because is it because she's like anger or something? I don't know. We have to put our... Vegapunk, he's just suspecting Lilith first of all. We have to put our brains into offline stealth mode too. That's right, if our memories of this get uploaded to Punk Records, and Lilith, the culprit will know we're onto them. And then 1 week before the present, attention, I've identified the culprit. It's York. So it was already known the week before that it was York. So Pythagoras found the info. He realized that it was York who stole the energy from Mother Flame, and both Vegapunk and Shaka like, what? Because it seemed like Vegapunk himself, like the Stella, was suspecting Lilith for some reason. I think it's just played here for laughs. Like, he was so sure that it must be her. He was even making his theory. He was already using her name, like, as she has to be the culprit. But they are both shocked here that it's York. And it is surprising because York is just like desire, eat, sleep, so I understand why they wouldn't suspect her, and maybe I understand why they would suspect Lilith, because she's maybe more strong-willed, feels more independent, so maybe that's why the idea would be that it must be her. And here we have literally a frame of York here, sleeping, snoring, chilling. The memories she's been synchronizing with punk records are phony. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've also confirmed that the surveillance snails at the scene of the crime were tempered with stew. Why would she do such a thing? And my bad Lilith! I think it's a funny joke. I've also found evidence that suggests someone deployed the weaponized sea beasts without authorization, Shaka is saying. A genuine white transponder snail was also found in our investigation. I know, we can reconstruct the call data directly from our long-distance transponder snail. Dr. Vegapunk is researching the Void Sanctuary. She rang Marijoa. No wonder Cypherpol keeps coming here to snoop around. I'm sorry, that's also a funny frame. He's like... So, yeah, they managed to collect the data, what is reconstructing the call data, to learn what exactly she leaked, and leaked... Not to just somebody, but to the whole Marijoa. 6 days before the present, the kingdom of Lulusia has been erased. The details are still a bit foggy, but I have a bad feeling about this. Vegapunk is saying, yes, so this was 6 days ago. Pythagoras, observe any changes to the sea levels and monitor all wireless transmissions. Yes, sir. Do you think this has something to do with the theft of the Mother Flame? I'm sure of it. That portion of the... Yeah, and he was talking about this in his broadcast. We are just getting a little bit more info on that. I'm sure of it. That portion of the flame must have been delivered to the government by one of the weaponized sea beasts. Yeah, it all makes sense now. Someone stole the energy. Someone deployed the beasts. We know it's York. We know she was in contact with world government. And now, obviously, by world government, the kingdom of Lulusia has been erased. And we make the assumption that the energy of Mother Flame was used for this attack. If you permit me to indulge in pure conjecture, it seems plausible that the world government possesses one of the ancient weapons. Vegapunk is saying is also in a beautiful frame. I really like how it delivers his emotions. And they must have needed the Mother Flame energy that York stole to fuel it. We'll see if the evidence supports my conclusion. Gosh, he is talking in a very exquisite way. I don't know how to say it. Even if this deduction is sound, it's hard to speak it aloud. It's my fault after all. Only a fool lets their greed run amok, and I went and personified mine. And he unfortunately blames himself. Is there any benefit to apprehending York now that we know? No, that's too late for that. York's motives are irrelevant now. They will still come to erase anyone who knows of the Void Sanctuary. York already demonstrated her worth to them by rashly handing over the Mother Flame. The best we can do is use that trust as an opportunity to determine their intent for the flame and try to mitigate the damage. Continuing to intercept the calls, maybe, or just seeing if they can find more information. Stella, we still have a chance to escape if we flee now, Shaka offers. But Vegapunk answers, prepare a boat for the other residents, Quasar. They still have a shot of escape in Egghead, but it will be impossible for us. The Navy will have issued secret orders, and every branch and base by now. They'll chase us to the ends of the world, and our inevitable deaths will be meaningless. At least here on Egghead, we have something O'Hara didn't 22 years ago. We have the means and equipment to amplify our voices as far and wide as possible. That what he didn't say in the broadcast, when exactly he recorded it. Maybe after he learned all of this and he realized what is going on and how little time he has. Maybe that's about this point, because he already talked about Lulusia in broadcast, so it was very recent made. So I assume around this point in the flashback, maybe flashback will end with him starting the broadcast. The broadcast will be somewhere here in the the recording of it, right, in the flashback. What exactly is the world government? The closer I get, the more shrouded it becomes. he says, ooh, wait, that's an interesting question. If I must die, I will sell my life dearly. Ooh, that's a pretty cool frame. That's nice result. I apologize for wrapping you two into all of this. Don't be silly, Vegapunks, just like you, we are all thinking the same thing. So yeah, Pythagoras and Shaka seems like they were the closest to Vegapunk, to Stella himself, and they knew the most out of all the satellites. And I think by now, as far as I remember, they are among the satellites that did not survive on Egghead. Okay, just one issue, Stella. What exactly constitutes death for someone like us? Good point. Okay, this kind of makes sense now for why this flashback happens right now. And it is an interesting question, because the satellites are kind of part of Vegapunk. Yeah, maybe they don't share all the same like memories and knowledge, it seems like, but still this is Vegapunk in a sense, right? So as long as his brain, his memories live at least in one satellite, then he is still technically alive, even though we see them as their own entities and personalities. So that is an interesting question. Let's see what he says. There is one other thing we must safeguard: our Cloud Loft technology to manufacture artificial island clouds. It may be pivotal in saving humanity in the near future. Wait, that might be a very important panel. Cloud Loft technology to artificial island clouds might be pivotal in saving humanity in the near future. I wonder how this will come into play. This seems like a pretty important point, to be honest. Huh? Stella, what are you doing here? Oh, is that you, York? Oh, same old. If our experiments to optimize the mother flame allow this thing to move again, it would be a big breakthrough in creating our ideal energy source. So they are talking here at the junkyard, and he's working on Emmett, what was his name, right? On the Iron Giant. That's right, it would be amazing if we achieve that soon. York is saying, smiling so happily. God damn it. Right, I can only pray it never gets perfected. 2 days before the present. Go ahead and speak now. The recording has begun. Okay, so it's 2 days before the present that the recording was made, and now we see him actually making the recording. Mic check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Attention, world. Hello there. This is Dr. Vegapunk, the world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. That's cute. What we said will come as a big shock, right? Now 3 of them are talking after the recording. Maybe, but everyone has a right to know the truth. No one will ever expect the transponder snail to be hidden here, and yeah, they are standing there in the junkyard, and so you can see that was the moment when they hid the transponder snail in the Iron Giant. My death will trigger the message to be sent out worldwide. We need to ensure that no one finds out till it's too late. Any abnormality in our behavior could be a tip-off that spoils our plans. Erasing our own memories is the safest bet. I see. So they probably erased the memory of them knowing that York is a traitor as well. That said, there will be consequences. We'll lose all memories related to this matter. The fact that York... Okay, this all makes sense now. The fact that York stole the Mother Flame, the fact that our lives are currently at stake, we'll have to suffer through all those bombshells all over again. Indeed, Shaka agrees. The fear we feel for our lives will be brand new to us, but we can... Oh gosh, I'm getting emotional. But we have put our countermeasures in place, even if things go sideways. To which Pythagoras says, it will still be our victory. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh, the Memory Mass Research Lab. What are we doing here? This is my handwriting. So they wake up after erasing their memories, and Vegapunk sees a message from himself. Good morning, everybody. You'll find that you three have a missing fortnight. Void fortnight! Gosh, that all makes sense now, because in English fortnight means 2 weeks, right? And these are memories of about 2 weeks, right? Oh gosh, this is nice. Okay. So, you'll find that you three have a missing fortnight's worth of memories that were wiped of your own volition. A number of things will probably come as a surprise because of this, which is ironically pretty amusing. Huh? I will tell you one thing though. The world government has found out about our research into the Void Century. Oh, they found out! Am I really telling myself to go die? Oh wait, I have already taken the best precautions possible. You will just have to put your face in me and die? Wait! Oh, and last week, what a nice message to leave to yourself. Am I really telling myself to go die? I like the reactions here. Thank you. Stella, Emperor Straw Hat, Screw and Bonnie have just made landfall. What? Cypherpole is approaching too. What? There's also a naval armada coming to blockade the island. What? Admiral Kizaru and Elder Saint Saturn seem to be with them. What? This is fun. After we rescue Bonnie from down there, I think it would be best if I stayed put. Huh? But you will die. You don't need to help me escape anymore. I thought about it. Just let me die here. What? Do you have a death wish? So that's already a part of the flashback where shit is already going down. Vegapunk is with Straw Hats and he's actually talking to Sanji, and he is saying, I think it would be best if I stay put and please just let me die, because he trusts himself and he wants to do what's in the note. And before the last page, let's go back a little and see what Sanji said. Vegapunk, what you said earlier isn't sitting right with me. Was this all some sort of gotcha moment for you? Hey now, I couldn't follow everything you were saying, but it was pretty outrageous, wasn't it? Is he talking about broadcast now, or is he actually talking about that moment where Vegapunk was like, it's better for me to die? And that's why he's saying, this isn't sitting right with me. Like, why would you want to forfeit your own life? So let's see, now we have the last page. And a bit of a continuation of this dialogue. Far from it, but I've come to believe that my death will set something important in motion. Yeah, the broadcast. He doesn't realize it, he doesn't even remember recording it. But if he dies, the broadcast plays, and before Egghead is possibly destroyed, the giant is possibly destroyed. If he dies real fast there, then the broadcast will start and the world will learn the truth. And so he trusts himself, and he is like, I know that I have to die actually. And so this is the dialogue, these are the words of Vegapunk that Sanji is referencing here on the ship. That's what he's remembering. This is gonna be a big mess. We can't just sit there and watch you die. We've got to do something. One more thing. It's about the One Piece. What about it? I want you guys to be the ones who find it. That's his full dialogue with Sanji. I want you guys to be the ones to find it. That's important because they are the good guys, so to say. Vegapunk really puts their trust in them. That's really sweet. But let's see the last panel. Yeah, so we don't really see the Vegapunk. I think we can assume safely that he is dead, that he has died. And even though Sanji was talking there to him, the broadcast did start. So somehow it did react to, I don't know, his heart stopping, for example, or something like that. I know the heart can technically stop and start again if you do something about it, if you help the person, I think. But in this case, obviously some biological reaction, it was sent to the transponder snail, somehow he set it up, right? And so since the broadcast started, we should be pretty sure that Vegapunk is dead. But as he was saying in his memories, like, what does it mean really for us to be dead? And so that is an interesting question. I guess we'll see the next chapter. But the way this chapter set up, these are kind of the impressions that I got. Here's to reuniting with old friends. Cheers! So yeah, Giants and Straw Hats are celebrating. Luffy is like barely alive. Hold on, do this later. Wait for me. I can't right now. While Usopp is like, woo! We are off to the land of my dreams and above. Yes, we were expecting this. I feel like this was in the community. I'm pretty sure everyone was like, Elbaf, that would be Usopp's arc. That would be what he saw. Him being front and center here saying that we are off to the land of my dreams, Elbaf, this is very rewarding. Yeah. Thinking 2 moves ahead. Okay, that is it. And I think no break next week. So that was quite an exciting chapter. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought this flashback was really neat and explained a few things, and I feel like it wasn't necessary, but I enjoyed that it was there. I thought that it really maybe closed the chapter in a sense. If we see that Stella is completely 100% dead, at least like the Stella, right? Then that flashback would be a really nice, as I said, a closing chapter for that. And I really liked how it was shown to us. But what are your thoughts? Please share them in the comments down below. And that would be it for today. So thank you for watching and see ya.